Alright, it's 11/20/2020. Same night I did the Starbucks with Eric with the enemy combatants and enemy with the seashells thing. I drove down to Bay Terrace Friday night just to be like, what do I do on a Friday night? I sit in a shopping center on fucking surveillance camera just to show it by myself, not really wanting to talk to like whatever, but I did. But just waiting. So I had Mike, the local Bayside guy, on film, the one with the St. Thomas t-shirt on, but tonight he had a Mets hat. And last time I spoke with him, I was just so fucking sick and tired of listening to him. I was just like, all right, I was like, you know what? I said, I try to say, like, can you be quiet? Like, just please stop. I don't want to hear it. And he just would not stop and just kept, and so finally I was like, you know what? You don't have permission to speak. And I just took off. So tonight, he was like, are you in a better mood? And I'm like, I'll be honest with you. I was like, I am pretty much steady Eddie. Like, it is what it is. So, whatever. He's like, last time you were a little upset with me. I was like, you know what I'm upset at? The script. It's just the script at the farm. My dad does the same thing. I was like, I heard it 1,000 times before. I don't agree with it. I was like, but you all are like a vinyl record of the same words and the same thought on the same... I was like, I can't take it anymore. Just can't. So, he was like, all right. He's like, well, you know... And then he's giving me social etiquette lessons. He's like, you know, when I go out, I tell people... I mean, thank you, but like, for real? Like, I mean, you go around and you talk down to people and you give them etiquette lessons? Really? Or is this just like in my honor, all area stupid fucking useless human? I'm just curious. Because I know on low-key, out at like Navy on the sea with the fucking keyboards, you can send his antenna any kind of funny signal. And you can give him a whole fucking sprotch of speech to send my way, like as if I fucking wanted to hear it. So that's what happened to me tonight on the farm. So I used his whatever, I guess, I was putting intel in the ear so somebody could collect it at some point somewhere, but it's on Street View in case anybody gives anybody a problem. I was like, you know, he's like talking about marriage and telling me about women and stuff. I was like, not what happened to me. And I said, I was betrothed. I said, I am a reptilian. I said, I'll just be honest with you. I'm a reptilian. I don't know if you know what that means. I was like, I was promised to somebody very special before I got here. I was like, I got here and everything changed. I was like, and so that little script that you did, I was like, I have 2 toilet paper marriages for paperwork purposes only. I was like, I've been raped by 2 of your local American men that I wanted nothing to do with. Touching them was like, oh my God, please. Like, I mean, he might as well be like, oh my God, no. That's how having sex with both of them was like, and I'm not interested. I was like, so I hear you on the whole, like, oh, you know, you should go to the clubs and the lounge and, like, you should really date somebody and then, like, get married. I was like, is that right? I get that's the script at the farm. I was like, how about this? I was like, question. You ever heard anything different? Like, I'll tell you the way I came. I was working with my star-destined betrothed that I am obligatorily contracted with, that I don't want to give up my contract, my life contract. No, I want him to hold it. I wanted to be with him the entire time. And cling on to him. I was like, because we've been together before, we worked into this life, we wanted to enjoy the fruits of our labor and be reborn and grow up together and just be us again. I was like, but instead, I have somewhere between New York, the state of New York. I was like, the government here. I was like, the government down in D.C., like, comedy club. And then the European comedy club of, I don't know what, government. I was like, between the three of them, they literally fucked me out of my entire life and forced 2 American rapes. I was like, it's totally different where I go, have you ever heard of such a thing? He goes, actually, he's like, I have, he's like, kind of sounds familiar. He's like, it's not popular. I'm like, yeah, no, it's not. I was like, and so then he said, you know, it's funny, he says that you say that because my mom used to say she wanted to enjoy the fruits of her labor. He's like, that's actually funny that you should say that. I was like, it's really scary that you all, I was like, succumb to this, like, reality of, like, you want to marry a man who has money. No, well, no, I don't. I mean, that wasn't one of my qualifications. I mean, it's nice that I know that he does. It's just, like, I did so much more than that. So it's like, whatever. So then he said that his mom worked at something in Flushing back in the day for Snell&Snell. Sounds like smell, but it was in Flushing. It was an employment agency. He said she did really well. Isn't that nice? Because when I arrived, I told him the employment. And there were others. Like, there was a venereal disease that walked by, and a couple of other, like, you know, then there was one guy who was walking back and forth asking for a cigarette and whatever, just kind of listening and looming, whatever. And I'm honest as I always am. It's the same fucking script on my end. It doesn't fucking change. It is what you fucking did to me here. So I said, well, it's really interesting. I was like, because when I got here, there were no more employment agencies. There was like maybe a headhunter if you were lucky. I was like, and then it all went to online. I was like, it's really interesting that I applied for, like, say, the banking job at Chase. I was like, and I get hired for $38,000 a year, but yet there's a foreign exchange student working in the same state as I am, making $1 million or more per year. I was like, that is completely discriminatory against my white person. I was like, I don't quite understand you all. And he's like, well, you know, maybe it's that, you know, he has more qualifications. I'm like, I would love to go toe-to-toe with the fucking douchebag that they fucking hired in $1 million money management. We just push buttons for a living, and then we gotta go to a lot of training because there's a lot of laws because we broke a lot. So, like, that's their resume. Got it. And they're all covering for one. Got it. But that doesn't mean they're more qualified. And the funny thing is, in the state of New York, in the United States of shitbags, I'm white, so I don't get an attorney. I don't get, like, what, coverage? I mean, it's unfucking real. I mean, you have no... And so I said to him, I said, honestly, I said, if I was... And he goes, you know, commission jobs are, like, 100% commission. Sky's the limit. I mean, it is like, they're the best thing ever. And I go, really? I was like, funny you should say that. I said, because should I, in the future, decide to rebuild this fucking disgusting scenario with the next bunch of shitbags, I said, I think I'll go 100% commission on that, have them come up with their own jobs. None of them will have money at all. And they'll all be on 100% commission having to try to sell one another something. And make money off of each other. It'll be like, oh my god, the last 42 years I've lived here, that's what these assholes have done to me? Great, so don't ask for anything, don't expect anything, and that's like, if, like, nuclear weaponry isn't, like, the best option, because, like, if it just fucking ended and, like, wiped all the skyscrapers and ugly shit you fucking drew on our landscape, like, we just ended that, like, just whatever, like, that would be a nicer life. Yeah, so maybe we'll go with the starvation and the birth defects and, like, leveling out the playing field on all of the horrific treatment that you fucking shitbags have done to me between the fucking Mickey Sticker Club, DC Comics, New York State governing fucking, I don't know what, The hiding with the banking, the fucking foreign invasion, and all area between number 2 all the way down, fucking with my entire... I'm one fucking person. I have a life contract with somebody. You don't think out of all those levels, a couple of guys on some fancy whatever, you couldn't like fucking come in and like, I don't know, special operations fucking pick me up and take me the fuck out? Really? Great. Okay, so now I know who to target on going forward since you are the most disloyal fucking Earthship crew anyone could have been fucking marooned with.